Welcome to DIYEasyCrafts.com. How to make enlarged Halloween cat silhouettes. Now these silhouettes make great outdoor decorations. The ones I'm making are going to be mounted onto the hand railing in front of my house. And in this video we're just going to make a couple of examples out of different material. These are very easy do-it-yourself projects. The first problem is just getting an enlarged drawing. You can look up these cat silhouettes online, pick out the one you want, but then you've got to enlarge it to get it onto the piece of wood. So one method would be to enlarge it on any graphic design program and then print out each segment on a different 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Then you just cut out each segment and tape them all together, and then you can just trace that onto your piece of wood. Another method is just to keep that drawing close by and use your artistic ability to try to recreate it in a larger format, whatever size you want on the piece of wood. For the first project, I'm just going to use a scrap piece of 1/4 inch plywood. Now plywood is perfect for these silhouettes. You can use 1/2 inch, you could even use inch if you wanted to, but the 1/4 inch ply is certainly sufficient for this size silhouette. It's very easy to cut out, and it's very quick to cut out, and it's kind of almost the perfect material for it. So I'm going to cut out the whole outline just with a jigsaw, being very careful with, of course, the smaller pieces, the cat's whiskers, etc. But this whole process only takes a few minutes to cut out. Drawing the cat was a longer process. Of course, you want to do that in pencil so you can erase it and redo it, and when you finally get the design to your satisfaction, then you mark it up with a black magic marker. So once the outline is cut out, I'm just going to use a drill, and I'm going to drill a couple of holes through each of the eyes and the nose cavity, and then I can insert the saw from the jigsaw right through that drilled hole in order to cut out the eye and the nose cavities. Again, very simple, very quick process. Now before I paint this, I am going to just sand it down a little bit. This particular piece of wood had been used in a variety of different crafts. It had a bunch of cement on it and other paint. But you do want to sand off all of the edges, kind of make them smooth. Rid of any prominent splinters, etc. Once it's smooth, it's basically ready for paint except for the base. Now, if you were going to mount this on a lawn, you might just spike it into place, but because I'm going to mount it on a hand railing, I've glued and tacked a piece of 1x2 to form the base of this cat silhouette. That's going to give it a flat surface. Because I'm going to mount onto a hand railing, I also want another flat surface at a right angle. So I'm going to tack on, with also some wood glue in addition to the brads, another 1x2 at a right angle to the original. And you can see it right here, which one's just going to protrude down from the other, and it's just going to create two surfaces for that cat to be secured to. We're going to secure this with wire ties, so the only other thing you have to do is drill 2 holes right along the flat surface of that first 1x2. Alright, so you have the cat silhouette, you have 2 holes in it, and you have a base already in place. So all you have to do is paint that one black and you're all done. The next material, I just used some scrap, this is 1-inch pine. I had some 1x4s and 1x6s. I just glued them all together, clamped them together in a pipe clamp, and ended up with one larger piece of pine. You draw the cat and you cut out the cat the exact same way. The nicer thing about this pine is that you can actually round over all of the edges, smooth out all of the edges, do a little bit more sanding, and finish this so that you could actually use it as an indoor decoration. Of course, you don't have to make it in this large size. You can make it in a smaller size and put a flat base to be mounted onto a shelf, or you could have it larger and self-standing on the floor. In either case, the pine is perfect for that. You could paint it, or you could just stain it, and they make really nice looking pieces. But for this one's going to be a silhouette, and this one's going to be mounted outdoors. I put the same base for the hand railing, and I'm just using flat black spray paint to darken the entire piece. Now that both silhouettes are done, I'm going to mount them to my hand railing. You can see the wire ties that go around that base and through the holes. 2 wire ties seem to securely hold each one in place very nicely, even when it's a bit breezy outside. This is the sitting cat, and in a second you'll see it mounted in position on the hand railings. A very easy do-it-yourself project, great outdoor Halloween decoration. Now please check us out on the web at DIYEasyCrafts.com. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos. And if you like this video, I ask that you please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this YouTube channel.